Happy New Year and happy wrap up to 2022. And what a start to the new year we've already had. As a personal finance channel, I feel obligated to share some of the personal aspect of this channel, which is why I'm doing a financial recap of 2022. I did this last year as well because I want you all to know where my wife Bailey and I are at, and that we're continuing to follow the baby steps just like I teach here. This is one of the reasons why I share a financial recap on this channel. The second is this. Personal finance is unfortunately a very taboo topic in our culture. People are self-conscious about their income and debt. I believe it's due to two things. One, many people are very judgmental about how other people handle their money. Two, many people view their financial situations as a measurement of their own self-worth as a human being. It's unfortunate, but I think both of these are true. And it damages people's willingness to share because it's really easy to get hurt by what someone else says, even the smallest comment. Sure, many people do make poor financial decisions. And let's be honest, some people's financial situations have been greatly impacted by medical or personal problems that are outside of their control. Regardless, I'm here to say net worth is not personal worth. And you won't find me here judging your decisions about how you handle your money. If you ask me, I'll give you my opinion, but it'll come with no judgment. Ultimately, I think we're better off as a society if we talk about money instead of keeping it as a taboo subject. Because when we talk about money, people actually may be more motivated to make changes to their finances and get them closer to their goals. So let's get into it. Oh, I guess we're just doing one view today. So I'm gonna give you an overview of 4 areas of our personal finances in 2022. Same topics I covered last year. Debt, investments, expenses, and income. First, let's start with debt. We have no consumer debt because we want to avoid that at all costs. No car debt, no credit card debt, no personal loans, no student loans. We do have a 15-year fixed rate mortgage on our home. We started 2022 with $141,698.67 on our mortgage. And here at the beginning of 2023, we're sitting at $133,047.86 left on our loan. That's a total payoff of $8,650.80 of principal. Still so much to go, but it's progress. Next is investments. Investments was an interesting category this year as it was for everyone. January started out well and then declined drastically after that until it started to come back a little bit at the end of the year. But overall, it's been a truly terrible year for return on investment. We know that there will be these years, so it really doesn't bother us that much, especially because it's going to be a long time before we retire. So there's really quite a bit of time for our investments to come back and grow well beyond the recession that we're in. Total, Bailey and I are putting 15% of our gross income into retirement, mostly into our Roth 401ks, but some into my Roth IRA. I really like the Roth 401ks and the Roth IRAs because they're a very balanced way of investing while providing future tax benefits. That's personally what I recommend for anyone who wants to prepare for their future. All right, here we go. Total, my 401k has grown by $2,661.61, which includes employer contributions and market growth, or more accurately, market regression. I want to say the return on investment was like negative 19%, which is why I can be putting 15% of my income into my 401k and only garner $2,600 of total balance increase. That's not from market growth because I've put way more than that into the account this year. One thing to note is I changed jobs in April and the company that I contract with does not match any contributions to my 401k. It's a bummer, but I did get a bump in pay, which did help offset the fact that I wasn't getting any employer contributions. Total, Bailey's 401k has grown by $7,418.70, which includes employer contributions, her contributions, and market change. Third, we contributed some money into my Roth IRA based on some 1099 income that Bailey made throughout the year, and that's grown by a total of $727.77. And fourth, we did have about $600 in FTX, which is now gone. It sucks, but I have mentioned on several occasions that I want to keep 1% or less of our invested net worth in crypto. And that's about where we were at when FTX went bankrupt. Good news is it hasn't affected our lives at all because we're being very conservative with that kind of investment. And if we do invest more into crypto in the future, I'm going to change how we hold it by using some sort of cold storage. And with that, our investments have grown a total of $10,208.08. But again, we put way more than that into the market. Not great, but it was a bad year for everyone, so we'll take it. The next is expenses. When I'm talking about expenses, I'm mostly talking about major expenses, not groceries and fuel and internet. The difference between 2021 and 2022 was very interesting when it came to major expenses. In 2021, we put a lot of money into home maintenance and real estate improvements. About $21,100 between paint, a patio, soffit, fascia, gutters, a driveway, a furnace, and a small barn. This year we've put pretty much nothing major into our house, which is nice because we've been able to take a good chunk of our income and save it towards an upcoming vehicle purchase, as well as some other expenses that we can see coming up in 2023. I'll share more about that in some upcoming videos. Good news is, without any serious expenses, it's put us in a great place savings-wise for the future, which feels great. And last is income. From 2020 to 2021, our income almost didn't change at all. This past year, it's actually changed quite a bit because I was able to acquire a new contracting job as a design engineer. As a contractor, I get paid overtime, and the projects that we've been working on for the past 9 months have required a lot of extra time in the office. My last pay stub shows that I clocked over 300 overtime hours last year, which has certainly contributed to the income. Total, we're right about at $160,000. Now this is broken down between my job, Bailey's job, her part-time job, and a few other side hustles. Now, we're very grateful for our income. It makes a massive difference on our ability to fix up our very old home, save for our future, and give to our church and other organizations that we believe in. By no means do I share this as an attempt to brag in any way. It's purely to make this channel into a place where you can trust me. Because I think if I'm not willing to share any sort of basic financial information about how we're doing personally, I'm doing you a disservice because you don't know if we're living by our own guidelines. You don't have to wonder what's going on in the background because we're being transparent. So overall, 2022 has ended quite well. We're very grateful for where we're at, and all glory to God for his provision. We have to remember that this isn't our money and we're just stewards of what God's given us. Now last year I mentioned that there weren't as many large expenses coming up in 2022, and that was certainly true. We did think we were going to be putting a lot of money into our trailer for an Airbnb we wanted to start on our property, but we shifted our focus a bit in 2022 and decided to nix that project because of how much time and effort that would require. Maybe someday. 2023 is looking like it's going to be a very expensive year, especially when it comes to vehicles. Our cars have an average of over 200,000 miles per vehicle, and it's time that we upgrade one. Just waiting on the right time with the decreasing car market. We also have some great things that are coming up that we're saving for, which I'll share about soon. Last thing is, in 2023, we want to put a little extra money towards paying off the house early. Get a little bit of that baby step number 6 under our belts. So how was your 2022 financial recap? Hit me up in the comments below because I'd love to hear it. And if you like this kind of video, then let me know by hitting the like button. Here's to a great year of 2023.